People need to know that the shaking is not over, and you will feel it on the East Coast.
Hey, there's downtown LA where we shoot #no! I'm dead. I'm dead. In the trailer for San Andreas, we see a mega quake destroying downtown Los Angeles, San Francisco, and the Hoover Dam. Whew, good thing earthquakes only affect famous landmarks. I'm Drew Coolidge, and I'm here to help answer the question, can the earthquake in the movie San Andreas really happen? Let's find out. This is #News. Hollywood has finally made a movie about the biggest fear of every California resident. We're not afraid of skin cancer, Scientology, or smog, suffocation. We're afraid of earthquakes, because those do not start with an S. So where do earthquakes come from? Well, the Earth's crust is basically a sexy jigsaw puzzle of continental and oceanic plates constantly ramming and sliding and grinding. It's super hot, if it didn't involve massive structural damage and death. Most earthquakes occur along the lines where these plates come into contact, called faults. The most famous one in California is called, you guessed it, San Andreas. You didn't guess it. I'm sorry, but we have to move on. Scientists measure the magnitude of quakes on the Richter Scale, which rates the amount of energy released from a quake from 1 to 10. But 6 isn't slightly more powerful than a 5. Each number on the scale increases by a power of 10, meaning an earthquake measured as a 6 is actually 10 times greater than a level 5 earthquake. And a 7 is 100 times greater than a 5. Math can kill you. Look out, math! Well, this is all theoretical, but what kind of real world damage can one of these babies do? Well, an earthquake between a 3 and a 4.9 may knock some stuff off your shelves and make you nervous. A 5 to 7 can create some moderate to severe damage, cracked foundations, grown men screaming. But a 7 to 8, like the recent one in Nepal, this is a major earthquake that can cause buildings to collapse and extensive destruction. An 8 to 9 is really scary, like the one in Japan in 2011. It can destroy even earthquake-resistant buildings and cause huge tsunamis if it's located off the coast. Then there's a 9.0 and above, like San Andreas, or the infamous 9.5 in Chile in 1960, the only earthquake of its size ever recorded. Now, these babies can result in total destructions of cities, permanently changing the ground topography, which brings us to a 10.0. Is this type of mega quake even possible? Scientists say yes.
Everybody down!
Theoretically, but in realistic reality, it's not. The magnitude of an earthquake is related to the length of the fault on which it occurs. The longer the fault, the larger the earthquake. But on our planet, there is no fault long enough to generate a magnitude 10 earthquake, except for the one on your mother's butt. However, a 2006 study concluded that the San Andreas Fault had reached sufficient stress level for the earthquake we all fear, the big one. The study said, the information available suggests that the fault is ready for the next big earthquake. It could be tomorrow, it could be 10 years from now. 10 years from now? That's today! Never fear, because The Rock will save us all when he puts his nearly superhuman strength to good use by flying a helicopter.
But The Rock is cooking!
Now, even if the big one hits, it probably won't go down like it does in the movie. I mean, the Earth won't literally crack open.
The Earth will literally crack open.
Paul, come on, what did I just say?
Crack open.
No, I know what I just said. I mean, what did I say?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Never mind. You know what? Just go have some Merlot.
I am not drinking any Merlot!
The Earth will not crack open. Earthquakes come from friction of two plates hitting and sliding against each other. If they just separated, like they do in movies all the time, there would be no friction to cause the quake. The movie also depicts a large tsunami hitting San Francisco. In reality, an earthquake stemming from the San Andreas fault line wouldn't produce a tsunami, as a tsunami can only occur if the focus or hypocenter of the earthquake lies in a body of water. The San Andreas fault only covers land. So there, if we have a giant earthquake, we'll all be killed by land. Hooray. San Andreas, like so many other disaster movies before it, takes liberties with Mother Nature and shows us a worst-case scenario that isn't even possible. But earthquakes are very real and very destructive. The victims of Nepal still need your help. If you want to lend a hand, there's a link in the description to show you how. But earthquakes are notoriously difficult to predict, so remember, preparation is key. That and training on the earthquake ride at Universal Studios.
Everybody remain seated, that's an earthquake!
Huh, that's not very helpful at all. Hit subscribe for more answers to the questions you really want to know about. If you found this video helpful or terrifying, hit like. And go ahead and comment if you genuinely thought the trailer was for a new Grand Theft Auto movie like I did. Lies! I'm Drew Coolidge and I am moving out of the state. Does anyone in Wichita have a couch I can crash on? Anybody? Hello?